In this lesson, I will explain to you the division of polynomials. We have discussed polynomials in the last lecture as well, but here I am going to explain you one more time polynomials, because when we will do the questions, you should be clear about the term polynomial. So polynomial is an expression of more than two algebraic terms, especially the sum of several terms that contain different powers or exponents of the same variables. Right? So focus is different exponents of the same variables. So variables should be same. Suppose we have x, suppose we have y, suppose we have z. These are called the variables, and their powers or exponents should be different in the case of polynomials. In the next slide, when we will do the questions, I will explain to you binomial, trinomial, and so on. So what is the process to solve the questions of the polynomials? I will explain you. When you are in grade 2 or in grade 3, we start division, right? So we do division like this, very basic. So what we do, this one, I will explain to you. Whatever inside, whatever is here is called the dividend, right? And whatever is outside this one, this is called the divisor. And what answer we will get, we have to write down here. We have to find out quotient. So this is called quotient, whatever I will write down here, right? So this one is called the dividend, this is divisor, and this is called the quotient. So what you do when you were in grade 2 or when you were in grade 3rd, this is the basic division for what you used to do. How to solve these questions? Normally we say, okay, we divide 4, this is 4, right? This is the dividend, 4 by 2, divisor, 2 1 time 2, and then 2 2 times 4. Right, 2 times 4. So this 2 we write here as a quotient. We have to divide the first term of the dividend. This is the first term of the dividend with the first term of the divisor. This is the divisor. We divide it. Whatever is the answer, we have to write down in the quotient. And then you have to multiply this divisor with quotient to 2 times 4, and then third step is subtract it from the dividend. This is called dividend, and we get the 0 answer here. This is the basic which we have learned in grade 2 and 3. If suppose you have any number here, suppose it is 5 here, and 5 minus 4 equal to 1, so this is called the remainder. Divisor, quotient, dividend, remainder. So the same concept we will apply here in algebra when we do the division of polynomials. In here you have only constant. Now we will use the variable as well, but the concept is same. First you have to divide the first term. See, the focus is on the first term. Dividend, whatever we will find out here, first term with the divisor, then multiply that result from the divisor. See, multiply this result from the divisor and then subtract it from the dividend, right? So here I have mentioned that this is called the divisor, this is the quotient, this is the dividend. Now here I will explain to you the same concept with the help of question. So this is our question, that you have to divide x square plus 6x plus 5 divided by x plus 2, and this is the polynomial. See, polynomial, same variable, x and x, but they have different exponent. This is a square and this is 1. If they do not have any exponent, it means 1. And if someone asks you what is the degree of this polynomial, so you have to say it is second degree. How you say? You have to see the highest exponent. This is the highest exponent. I have explained this in my last videos as well in detail, the degree, the polynomial, trinomial, but here I am explaining again. If you kindly have a time, go and watch that video, then it will be much more easy. If someone asks you what is the degree, so it is the second degree polynomial, because the highest exponent is 2. And one more thing, when you solve these questions, you have to arrange polynomials according to the degrees. First, you have to write down the highest degree, and then decreasing, and then decreasing, and constant. If suppose 6x is here, x square will be in the middle. You have to arrange according to the degrees. You cannot solve the question if it is not in order. This is the important point. And this is the trinomial. How it is trinomial? Because it has 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. It is trinomial and the second degree trinomial. This is binomial. It has 2 terms. Right? So this one, this is the dividend and this is the divisor, x plus 2. So we will solve here question. What is the first part? What I told you, you have to consider the first term of the dividend. This is the first term of the dividend, which is x square. And you have to divide it by with the first term only. The focus is on the first term of the divisor. I am not saying that you have to write down x plus 2 complete here. No, only the first term of the dividend, first term of the divisor. Right? Again, I have explained in my previous lectures how to divide. Here I am explaining, but kindly watch that video as well. So this is x in the denominator, x square in the numerator. Numerator you have 2x. Here is 1x. If I cut 1x, the simple answer is x. But if you want to see how I did it, so see, condition is you have to add or subtract the exponent of the same base, x and x. If suppose this is x, this is y, I am not going to add or subtract. Keep in mind, the variable should be the same. So this is x square numerator and it does not have any exponent, it means 1. When it will go in the numerator, the sign will change. It is positive 1, it will be negative. So 2 minus 1 exponent equal to x. Another way is you have, this is x square, 2x, multiply by 2x in the numerator and here 1x in the denominator. 1 will cut, cancel out, and then only 1x is remaining here. So first step is you have to divide first term of the dividend with the first term of the divisor and then we get x. We have put this x in the quotient. This is the quotient. Now what is the second step? Second step, now you have to multiply this quotient with this divisor. Now we have to use both x plus 2. I am not saying first. First I will multiply x with x, then 2 by x. So x and x will be x square because we are multiplying, and in multiplying we add the exponent x and x square plus 2x. Multiply 2x. One more thing you have to keep in mind, that always this first term should be equal. Always, exactly, it should be equal. So now we will change the sign. It will cancel out each other because this is positive, this is negative, and then come here, this is positive 6, negative minus 2x. Now you have to consider this sign. Forget about this one. So plus, minus, minus. Yes, you have to subtract 6x and 2x. But you have to use the sign of the higher magnitude. 6 is greater than 2. Because we are not doing multiplication. In multiplication, you have to change the sign plus, minus, minus. This is 6x minus negative 2x equal to 4x. Then you have to write down here this 8. Positive 8 here. Now same step again. Now this is our dividend. So first term of the dividend is 4x and the first term of the divisor is x. They will cancel out, plus 4. So the next quotient is plus 4. Next step is you have to multiply now with 4, not with x. 4 with 2. So it will be plus 4x. And I told you the first term, when we multiply, it should exactly same. And then 4 2 times 8. change the sign, and it will cancel out. This is positive, negative, positive, negative. Right? Okay. This is the second question, and I will solve here to explain to you. So this is 4a cube minus 3a square plus 2a plus 1, and this is polynomial. And what is the degree of this polynomial? You have to say third degree. Third degree. You have to see the highest exponent. And again I am explaining that you have to arrange. Suppose if minus 3 square is here, 4a cube here, 2a, you have to arrange according to the degrees. The highest degree you have to write down first, then in decreasing order. You cannot solve the problem if your polynomial is not in a sequence. Okay, so we will start. What is the first step? First step is first term of the dividend, which is 4a cube, and first term of the divisor, which is a. So see here, numerator 3, there are 3 a's, and here is 1a. So 1a will cancel here, equal to 4a square is remaining. So in quotient, we will write down 4a square. What is the second step? You have to multiply 1 by 1 with this divisor. First we will multiply with a. Do not multiply with 1 first. A. So 4a cube, and I told you that the first term always it should be exactly same, and then this will be 4a square with the positive sign. So it will be 4a square. And then what is the third step? You have to subtract from the dividend. This is the dividend, subtract. You have to change the sign. So this will cancel out positive and negative. Always keep in mind the first term will cancel out. This is minus, forget about this. So it will be 7a square. But what sign you have to use with 7a square? Minus, right? Do not write down positive, because we are doing plus and minus. The sign will change in multiplication. 7a square plus, write down 2a as it is, or we can write down plus 1 as well. Now this is our first term of the dividend now. So minus 7a square, and you have to divide it by a with the first term of the divisor a. So here are 2 a's and here is 1a. So it is divide. In divide you have to plus and minus the exponent of the same variable. So this is 2, this is 1, so it will be equal to minus 7a. 1a will cancel out, so it is minus 7a. So here write down in the quotient minus 7a. Now you have to multiply this. Second step is multiply this divisor 1 by 1 with minus 7a. Minus 7a and a, in multiplication you have to add the exponent. So it will be 7a square, and then this is 1 and this minus 7a. Third step is you have to change the sign and subtract it. Always it should be cancel out, plus plus plus. It is 9a plus 1. Same, repeat the same step until your question is finished. Now 9a is our first term of the dividend divided by a. So this a cancel out, only 9 is here in the quotient. What is the second step? Multiply this quotient with this. So it will be 9a plus 9. What is the second step? Change the sign. Third step, sorry, it will cancel out, and here is minus 8 is remaining. This is your remainder here in this question, and this is the answer. So you have learned in this lesson the division of polynomials, right? First you have to arrange the polynomials, which I am going to explain in my next lesson, part 2 of polynomials. 3 points you have to keep in mind. First is you have to take only the first term of the dividend and first divided by first term of the divisor. Whatever answer you will get, you have to write down in the quotient. Second step is you have to multiply quotient with the divisor and write down the answer here. third step is you have to subtract it from the dividend. Whatever answer you will get here, the first part again you have to take the first term of the dividend, and the same process you will do until you will get the answer. I hope everything is clear. If you have any question, you can write down in the comment section. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel Saima Academy. Thank you.